2016.
Head tap? Nah, that's crazy. Yo, till we back with the big main boy doing the reaction list. We got the deadly divide in East London, Manor Park versus Drillford. Now listen, y'all said this was crazy, so we gonna tune in, man. Appreciate y'all showing me the support, man. We gonna get right into the video. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure you put them post notifications on. You know I be dropping daily. Y'all see it? I ain't even capping y'all. I know I be dropping daily, so make sure you subscribe, bro. Keep tuning in. Let's get to the vid, man. Let's go. I'm interested in this one. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I wanna see what's going on with them. Let's see. Alright, bad.
In this video, we are traveling to the London borough of Newham. Newham has had an ongoing problem with gangs in the area. An example of this is North Side Newham versus South Side Newham, which has been going on for more than a decade. However, this video isn't focusing on North Side and South Side Newham, but we are instead focusing on the ongoing war between Manor Park and Drillford. These gangs are very close to each other, only being separated by one road. That being the...
One road? One road is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It's crazy how close gangs, how close they be. And they be beefing, bro. It's insane.
OM is a gang based on the Little Ilford estate in Manor Park, E12. OM is allied with nearby Northside Newham and mainly beefs Drillford, which is what we are focusing on today. Drillford are a gang based in Ilford. Drillford is split into two different sets.
Two different sets. Okay. Want to see?
That being MCE, which stands for Money Comes Easy, and MOD, which stands for Mainly on Dough. They both rep the IG1 postcode despite being separated into two different blocks. The beef between these two sets has been getting very active over the last 4 years, with 6 people being killed as a result. It is unknown how the beef between Drillford and Manor Park started, but it's alleged that a Manor Park member named Farmer 12 was robbed by Drillford members a few years ago, causing
Whoa, he got robbed, okay.
Between the sets. The first few instances of this beef kicking off would be when a Manor Park member named Farmer 12 would shoot a Drillford member named Giddy in the head in 2016.
Head tap? Nah, that's crazy.
This would result in Giddy being put on life support, but he would fortunately survive. A few years later...
Bro, okay, this is what the fuck I be talking... Y'all, if you watch my videos, you know I be seeing, bro. How are y'all surviving these head taps, bro? Like, that is insane.
In early 2019, Giddy would be caught again by
My fault.
Manor Park GM called Snipes. They would find Giddy.
Run it back.
But he would fortunately survive. A few years later, in early 2019, Giddy would be caught again by Farmer and another Manor Park GM called Snipes. They would find Giddy and stab him several times.
Damn.
He was put on life support and would luckily survive again. On the 8th of April 2019,
how's niggas surviving that? Yo, like...
Whilst Giddy was in hospital being treated for the stabbing, the first person would be killed as a result of the beef. A loved Manor Park member named Niz, who was trying to change his life around, was attacked.
He looked like the type, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he found God type shit. I see it in his face. He look like a regular, like a school. He go to university. Feel me?
Attacked by multiple Drillford members. He was shot and then stabbed by the members.
That's crazy.
He died on the scene as a result of the stab wounds. This murder is unsolved to this day, with no one being charged or convicted for this murder.
Damn.
Rest in peace to Niz. After the death of Niz, Manor Park members would be looking for revenge wherever they could, due to Niz being a loved and well-respected Manor Park member. However, only 2 months later, the retaliation Manor Park was looking for would come. On the 30th of June 2019, a Drillford member named OS would be walking in southeast London when 2 Manor Park members named Farmer 12 and Snipes would spot him. They would jump out of their car and would attack and stab OS 17 times, with the entire attack being caught on a doorbell camera. The and flee the scene.
On a doorbell camera, I know they heated, bro. Got them niggas in 4K, boy. 17 times, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. God damn.
Being caught on a doorbell.
Straight stabbing. Chinging.
Get in the car and flee the scene. OS would stagger across the road and be picked up by a passing car and taken to hospital. Unfortunately, he would be pronounced dead hours later as a result of the stab wounds. The car used by the Manor Park members was then burned. However, Farmer and Snipes were still arrested and charged in connection to the murder. They were both found guilty, with them being sentenced to a minimum of 21 and 23 years. Rest in...
Damn, 21 and 23 years? I mean, it makes sense, but goddamn.
On the 28th of September 2019, a Manor Park member named Specs would carry out a double shooting on Drillford members. He would hit both members, putting them in...
What? Yo, y'all gotta be real with me. He look like a gang member to you? Real shit. This is crazy. I would not expect that from bro right here. I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy.
Carry out a double shooting on Drillford members. He would hit both members, putting them both in critical condition.
Damn.
However, they would make a recovery. Drillford members would look for retaliation wherever they could for the double shooting incident. And one of the most brutal incidents would take place throughout the beef. And eventually, they would find it. On the 19th of November, 2019, a friend of Specs named Sharik Khan would phone Specs and arrange to meet together. What Specs didn't know was that his friend had been getting close with Drillford members. Specs would get in Sharik Khan's car and would drive to a block of garages in Hursley Gardens. What Specs didn't know was that he was being set up. Upon arriving at the block of garages, another car would pull in and enter the garages. The second car would contain multiple Drillford members. The Drillford members would get out of their car and start attacking Specs. Specs managed to get away shortly, but was chased and stabbed over 50 times, all over his body. Sadly, Specs would be pronounced dead.
I mean, hell yeah, 50 times? If he survived that nigga a demon. Like, I mean, it makes sense. 50 times?
10:53 p.m., just 30 minutes after being attacked. Police would track the attackers through fingerprints on the vehicles and DNA left at the scene. This resulted in all 7 members involved in the murder of Specs being sentenced to 128 years in prison combined. However, the violence didn't stop there. In 2020, Manor Park members would start making music. This wasn't unheard of, as Farmer 12 rapped before getting jailed for life. But other members would start jumping on tracks and telling the media about what was going on in the streets. Manor Park and Drillford often dissed fallen members and each other in these songs.
That glad, home right, I got my guys. Shot and shank survive. Shot and shanked and this beef is fucked.
Wait for the girlfriend, both got fried. Giddy got chinked and he almost died. Snipes had him looking like Frankenstein.
Snipes had him looking like Frankenstein. Damn.
Both got fried. Giddy got chinked and he almost died. Snipes had him looking like Frankenstein. Escort how many times? I knew when it was flushing eyes. I'm too catty, I'm splat.
Drillford members also started rapping, although they had been rapping for over 6 years. Drillford's main rappers are Show Psycho and Giddy. Manor Park's main rappers are Farmer 12, M12, and Reki. On the 1st of November 2020, a Drillford member named Yellows was riding on his bike around Ilford. Whilst he was riding his bike, Manor Park members would be on a ride out looking for ops. A Manor Park member named S. Loose would see Yellows and run him over whilst he was on his bike. 2 other Manor Park members would get out of the car and shoot Yellows in the head twice. Yellows was sadly pronounced dead on the scene, but the ride out didn't end for S. Loose and the other Manor Park members. They carried on looking for ops, and 15 minutes later they would spot another op shooting him in the chest. Luckily, the second man survived.
Bro, they are on demon. Yo, this is, I ain't gonna lie, this might be up there with the beast, bro. Like, cause this is wild. Not gonna lie to y'all.
Minutes later, they would spot another op shooting him in the chest. Luckily, the second man survived. S. Loose would be the only one arrested in connection to this murder, as phone records and DNA evidence proved he was the driver, with the gunman still not being identified or arrested. S. Loose would be given a combined sentence of 35 years for this murder, and a shooting he committed moments
My God.
Rest in peace, Yellow. Whilst Manor Park and Drillford were dissing each other on Snapchat and in songs, shootings and stabbings would be happening in the streets. A Drillford member named Giddy would start dropping tracks around this time as well. Giddy has been present throughout all of the beef. If you remember, he was stabbed by Farmer 12.
Oh yeah, yep.
Early days of the rivalry. Whilst a lot of Giddy's songs were leaked, he would still diss his ops loads in these songs. Sadly, this road life would catch up to Giddy in the worst way.
Police are holding a news conference after a shooting that left 2 people dead and a 3rd critically injured. Let's just listen in.
On the 25th of October 2022, Giddy and his cousin, named Zach, were trapping out of a bando on Henley Road. What they didn't know was that Manor Park members got the drop on Giddy and the other people in the trap house and planned to ride out that night. After midnight on the 25th of October 2022, 2 cars would park outside of the house. One of the Manor Park members wearing a black Joker mask would then go through the front door and would start shooting at everyone in the house. Giddy and his cousin Zach, who was a civilian, were both shot and then stabbed multiple times. They were both pronounced dead on the scene, with 2 other men being left in critical condition after being shot multiple times. Zach, who was a civilian, was shot 7 times and stabbed 5 times.
Bro, 7? Why he gotta get stabbed too? Nigga got shot 7 times and then he got stabbed up after, bro. He's a civ.
And Giddy was shot 4 times and stabbed 28 times.
Oh my God! Yo, now that's OD, bro.
Other Drillford members would start jumping out of windows and hiding within the house whilst this was happening. This incident quickly hit the news with how brutal it was. CCTV was released a few days after the murders. It showed the killers fleeing the house, running to a getaway vehicle.
Yo.
5 men have been arrested and have all been found guilty of the double murder of Gideon.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. This is like a movie type shit. This is a movie, boy. Action movie.
And Zach. One of the men was not found guilty of murder, but instead found guilty of perverting the course of justice after burning the getaway car used in the attack. Rest in peace, Giddy and Zach. Whilst there haven't been any murders linked to the rivalry since 2022, the beef is still ongoing in the streets, with stabbings and shootings. Still,
I'm not surprised, bro.
Farmer 12, who was convicted and given 23 years for the murder of OS, went on live and said he would kill another op and ride another 23 years.
23 years, and I'll get another 23 years to kill an op. When it comes to killing ops,
This just shows
Sometimes niggas they're not gonna get out that mindset, bro. He already locked up in there 23 years, bro. He like, fuck it, I'm in here for life type shit. He already settled that in his head.
how much these men hate their ops and don't care about freedom. By the time Farmer 12 comes out of jail, all the people that are around him now will have grown up and will most likely have forgotten about him.
Nah, facts.
Drill rappers or gang members' lead looks appealing, it really isn't. These men have all lost friends to the violence in prison, which just proves that it really isn't worth it. Rest in peace to everyone in this video. If you or someone you know is getting involved with this lifestyle, try and help them to escape it before it's too late. If you enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe.
Shout out to UK. Oh damn! Shout out UK Drill, the plug. UK Drill plug. Yeah, bro. Shout out to him for the great video, dub video. But listen, y'all really gotta listen, bro. Don't get into that life, man. You feel me? Unless you already in it, then fuck it. You already got into it. I'm gonna try to talk you out of it, but if I can't, that's on you, bro. But you still be happening. It's just not worth it, gang. Niggas be fighting over shit they don't own. It don't make sense to me. Never made sense to me, bro. But yo, dub video. Crazy getting insight. If y'all want to watch this video right here, East London Deadliest Game, Manor Park Light, so I can get to know more about it, bro, let me know in the comments. I will definitely watch that, bro. And any other videos want me to react to, just let me know in the comments. You know I got y'all. Drop in daily. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure to put the post notifications on, alright? Until then, though, I'm out of here.